Relationship anxiety is also called relationship fear, and on many occasions, it can feel like it's pulling you in different directions. In today's video, I will talk about relationship anxiety and how it can affect your relationship with other people, such as your best friend. I will also show you simple ways to manage or stop relationship anxiety. Our minds are always looking for a good feeling, so we tend to avoid it whenever we can. But how can we be sure that our anxious feelings aren't just a result of the culture around us? The truth is that the way we understand relationships affects how much or little those emotions bother us. You can avoid potential problems in your relationships if you know this concept. Relationship anxiety is one of the most common problems people face in their relationships. It is essential to recognize that anxiety is a normal and healthy way of dealing with stress and fear. Anxiety can affect your relationship with your best friend. You may not control it entirely, and you may need to talk about it with your best friend. Anxiety is a widespread issue in our lives. We all experience anxiety at some point in our lives, whether we like it or not. Anxiety can make us feel tense, anxious, and sometimes even scared. We do not know how to deal with this problem, so we tend to avoid talking about it with friends or family members who are also experiencing the same thing as us, by talking about ourselves instead of them. Understanding the causes and effects of anxiety on relationships and friendships will be covered in this part. Therapists are there to assist individuals in overcoming their concerns, and they need the support of others to do this. In the next section, I will discuss how to stop relationship anxiety in detail. Please consider subscribing to my channel to learn more about how you can start your self-transformation. Relationships may be pretty challenging to understand. Before you can hope to mend your relationship, you need to ask yourself these two questions. If it is still worth preserving, then yes. Is it possible for you to alter yourself and not your spouse? There is no need to answer the first question since it is self-explanatory. Even if you have been together for a long time, not every relationship is worth keeping, no matter how long. Breakups may seem like a cliché, but they are essential for every relationship. For any relationship to be fruitful, you must constantly remember that your partner may not be the appropriate one for your particular needs and wants. A fundamental relationship reality dictates that you can only alter yourself, which leads to the second question. It does not matter how much you beg your lover to change, and you cannot make them. Only they have the power to alter themselves. This means that you must be the greatest and most open partner you can be to inspire them to change. How can you manage your relationship anxiety? This means that regulating your relationship anxiety is more about you than about them, and you should not expect them to help. To ensure that your relationship can recover, here are a few simple steps to follow. 1. Anxiety-reducing activities, such as physical activity. Practical tactics for anxiety reduction may help you manage your symptoms since anxiety is, at its core, just that, a feeling of unease. In the here and now, the most straightforward kind of exercise is the one you should focus on. Numerous studies have shown that regular physical activity may reduce anxiety symptoms, just as many commonly prescribed anti-anxiety drugs. 2. Starting over. Talk to your spouse about starting and dating as if you had never been together, if the trust had been lost. To cultivate trust, one must start from the ground up. However, it would be best if you did not give up. To argue that confidence has been restored after a few weeks is premature. You do not want to go back to past ways. 3. Exchanging needs. You and your spouse should have an open discussion about what you need from each other. It is a good idea to jot them down to be safe. Then, try your best to comply with your partner's wishes, as long as it does not conflict with your values. If they ask for anything, give it to them and be the most incredible partner you can be. You will often discover that they will be driven to better their own lives. To conclude, the odds are that the person will not wish to return after a few weeks or months. 4. Staying mentally busy. Being active in relationships might be challenging, but it can boost the relationship's atmosphere if you keep your mind occupied. In many relationships, you will discover that your imagination is your adversary since you anticipate battling with your spouse. So do as many things as you can to distract yourself from your relationship, such as going for walks, watching TV, going on dates, and other such pastimes. There will be less room for bad feelings to creep into your thoughts. 5. Be physically affectionate. To calm yourself, touch and hug the person you are angry with. Even though this may seem counterproductive, it works. Successful couples often embrace one another at the end of a long day's work. Physical love, especially when you are upset with your spouse, is a great way to remind yourself that you and your mate are inseparable. In some respects, they are relationship suggestions as well as anxiety recommendations. However, it is essential to treat your anxiety as a specific problem because, in some respects, it is. You must learn to manage your anxiety to enhance your overall well-being, even related to your relationship. In summary, there is a lot of worry in the world of love and relationships. Some people are born with a fear of commitment, while others learn to deal with their fear through time. Treating the connection first and then the anxiety second is often necessary with this particular worry. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.